Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for coming.
Sure.
Thank you for listening to us. My concern is about the Teachers Retirement Health Fund, and I'm speaking on behalf of a new teacher, current teachers, retired teachers. I taught for 33 years in this town. My husband taught for 39 years. And during that time, we, along with all the other teachers now, are paying into the teacher's pension fund and to the retired health fund. And we do not have a choice to pay into that. That's mandated. I know that this was spoken about a little bit before. I guess I want to know that if it's not going to be funded for 2 years, how do you propose to make up for that loss? You had mentioned that previous administrations did not fund the pension fund, and that left it in a hole, and that had to be made up. And now it looks like we're getting into another situation where that money's not going to be there. We paid into that with the understanding that that money would be there when we're retired, and that's a major concern to me, and I think anybody that's in education. So if you could tell me how you think you can make up for that, that would be great. Thank you.
Sure. So let me just, for the 2 years prior to my becoming governor, it wasn't funded. You know that, right? Okay. And then we funded it, and it's our intention to begin funding it again 2 years hence. We're on the line for that. That's you pay some amount of money into it. Current teachers pay some amount of money into it, and we're on the line for the rest. It's a guaranteed benefit. It's not a perfect solution, and we certainly want to fund it, as I evidenced right out of the box. It would have been very easy for me to just say, hey, my predecessor didn't fund it, and I'm funding all these other things, so let's not fund it at all. I'm committed to that. I have my sister-in-law Tina just graduated, just retired after over 30 years of service. My sister-in-law Pat's about to retire sometime in the next year or two, but she's eligible for retirement whenever she wants to go out. We're on the line for that, and I can only tell you that I believe it needs to be funded. On the other hand, we've had an economy that has not responded on a national basis anywhere near what the average post-World War II recession recovery has looked like. For instance, if it had, instead of worrying about not having enough money to spend, we'd have a surplus of $750 million right now.
And I understand that. Right. You're saying that you are responsible for it. It will be put in there, but my concern is if the economy stays like this, 2 years from now, if it can't be funded again for 2 years, it's not going to be very long before that fund is insolvent, and then what happens?
We're on the line. I'm explaining to you. We're on the line for that. That's our obligation. All I can tell you is, it's not a perfect solution, and if the legislature wants to take that money from a spending item and put it into that's a decision that they'll make. I offer a budget.
I know.
Right? I offer a budget. And so here I am. I'm not going to raise taxes. We have a spending cap, and we have effectively a revenue cap unless we're going to raise taxes. And here in Naugatuck, they need more money for schools.
And it's a catch-22.
I know it is.
There's no simple solution to anything, and it's just a concern.
I'm agreeing with you. I really am. So I don't have an obligation currently constituted in the state of Connecticut that says we need to send another $95 per student to this community, or in New Haven even more, or in Bridgeport even more, or the 27 other alliance districts, some more, some less. But I know that if they don't get $95 more to spend on those students, we're not going to have a temporary problem. We're going to have a generational problem.
Oh, I understand that.
So I'm just no, I know you do. All I'm trying to convey is it's a balancing act, and I understand your angst, but I'm telling you we're obligated to pay that one way or the other. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.